Need to keep your eating in check during the holidays? I've got some tips. Sly Stallone hanging at the Art Museum steps, and the 12 Pains of Christmas sending Christmas cards.
Welcome to the Hopefulist, a daily talk show hosted by veteran broadcaster Wendy McClure. Join Wendy each day as she shares her life lessons that transformed her from perpetual pessimist to the ultimate hopefulist. The perfect morning show to get you caught up on the day's top stories while sharing insights that will lead to positive transformation and bring out the hopefulist in you. For more inspiration, visit hopefulist.com. And now, here's your host and hopefulist, Wendy McClure.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Tuesday, December 17th, 2019. It is day 95 of Gotta Get on Ellen. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm sick. I'm sick. It just happened very suddenly. Yesterday morning, I was fine. Yesterday late morning, sick as a dog. So I see a day spent on the couch, binge watching. That's right. I'm going to allow myself to sit and binge watch some stuff. I haven't decided yet what it's going to be. I got to get a little bit of work done because I can't let you guys down. Got to write my blog post. Got to get ready for tomorrow's podcast. Of course, I have my goal of getting my email list up and running by the end of the week. I will look into that a little bit more. Made a little progress yesterday. Didn't figure it out yet. I got some time. I'm moving and I'm grooving. And I'm not where I want to be, but I'm making progress. And that's what it's about. Little steps, a little bit of progress. At least I'm doing something. So, yeah, I'm going to just give myself the day to relax, rest, recuperate. I wasn't actually feeling that bad when I got up, but I think maybe my cold medicine that I took last night is starting to wear off now. So maybe I'll give myself a little bit of more cold medicine, go back to bed for a little bit, watch some television. Me and Tucker will snuggle up. So yes, of course, yesterday is when I started to feel bad, and that is when my big neighborhood holiday gathering was. And I thought for a couple of minutes of canceling and not going because I don't want to get any other people sick, honestly. But I went anyway because I've got FOMO. I do not like missing out. And I bought this great gift that I was telling you about yesterday that I couldn't wait to give. And I think it was a hit, except with the person that actually went home with it. Whatever. So we played this, cool gift exchange. It was a dice game because this was a gathering for the Bunko group, which I'm not really a part of, but they included me anyway, so thank you. One of the most awesome gifts that I saw was this driftwood Christmas tree. Oh, it was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. And the woman that hosted the gathering is the one that purchased that gift. Now, it was supposed to be a $25 limit. So I had gone up to her after we had all done the gift exchange, and I said, "Are you telling me that tree was $25? And she's like, "All right, yeah, it was a little bit more than $25. I'm like, "That's what I thought." She goes, I just love that tree. I got it for the gift exchange, and then I kept thinking about it, and I wanted it. So my husband's like, "Just go get it. Just go get it." And she said, like, the next day he called and he's like, "What are you doing?" She goes, "Oh, I'm going to go get that tree that you wanted me to get." He's like, "Wait a minute, that is not what I said. I didn't say that I wanted the tree. I told you to go get the tree because you wanted it, but don't make it like I wanted the tree." But it's gorgeous. It's just, made out of driftwood, and it's a pretty decent size. I mean, it's not like a full-size Christmas tree by any means, but it was just beautiful. And Maria is the woman who hosted. Her house is so beautiful and very festive, and we had tons of food, which I'm going to get into in my blog post, which I did write yesterday before I went to the party. I wanted to tell you a little bit. I had more rice balls. Rice balls, it's so funny to me. I had never even heard of rice balls until a couple of years ago, and now they're like everywhere. And I'm going to tell you, they're pretty damn good. I like them. But lots and lots of food. A friend of mine that lives down the street makes Macarons. Not macaroons, macarons. I did not realize the distinction or the difference between the two for the longest time, and I wouldn't go near a macaron because I thought it was a macaroon, which is made with coconut. But a macaron is completely different. That is a French pastry, and she makes them homemade. And everybody's been talking about them. Apparently, she's had people over to her house before where I have either missed out or it was not a group that I was in or what have you. And they're always talking about her homemade ones. So she brought some last night. I finally got a chance to try them. Oh, so good. The macarons remind me of my niece, Rebecca. We had gone to an afternoon tea at the Plaza. We were so fancy in New York last summer, and she loved them. So I always remember now and think of her, but ooh, these were good. These were good. So I did partake a little bit in the treats, shall we call them. But I am going to talk a little bit about how if you're looking to keep your weight in check, some ideas and some mindsets to have through the rest of this holiday season, because, it's still 2.5 weeks to go till the end of the year. And we and even once Christmas hits, I'm like, I'm not worrying about anything until, between Christmas and New Year's. It's kind of like a vacation week, or there's just so much going on. But that's why it's really important for me to try and stay on track now. Again, I'm going to get into more of this with the blog post. So I was telling you I was really excited about the Richard Jewell movie coming out. I did not go to see it, but apparently it did pretty bad at the box office. It had a $5 million opening, and that, I've been told, is the lowest opening for a Clint Eastwood movie ever. Of course, Clint Eastwood directed the movie. It looks really interesting to me, and been watching some of the interviews with some of the stars, and even they're saying most people don't realize that Richard Jewell was exonerated. He was found not guilty. He had nothing to do with that bombing. So here it is all of these years later, and people still have no clue. We only listen to the bad news, right? I'm sure some people knew about this, but on the whole, I think the public just stops paying attention at some point. Some other cool movies about to come out. This is the best time of year for movies because everybody's trying to get it in before the cutoff for the awards season. Bombshell is coming out. Now, that is the movie about Gretchen someone. She was the first one to come out against Roger Ailes, of course, from Fox News. And she made a bunch of accusations, and that was kind of the start of the #MeToo movement. Megyn Kelly has a part in this movie as well. As a character, she's not in the movie, but somebody plays her in the movie. I'm very interested to see that one. Another big movie coming out, and I know my husband is very excited for the next Star Wars. Is this the last one? Are they ever going to end? Ever. A buddy of mine on Facebook had put up on a post up the other day saying how he's never seen any of the Star Wars, has no interest in any of the Star Wars. Is he the only one? And I had commented, I was like, my husband makes me watch them, which is not true. I just thought it was kind of funny because it is kind of funny. My husband makes me watch them. I did go, in fact, it was on Christmas Eve a couple of years ago, maybe 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, where we went and saw it was the first one that was out in a long time. The first one with Daisy. Daisy. I can only remember first names today for some reason. Nope, it's not coming to me. You know who I mean, though. This latest round of the Star Wars movies. And apparently there's one that I have missed because I know that my husband really wants to go see Star Wars. I'm teetering on whether I should go with him or not. Would be nice. I think that Disney Plus probably has the last Star Wars. I could probably watch it and catch up. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Speaking of movies, Rocky, that's a big one in our area, being from Philadelphia. So apparently Sylvester Stallone hanging out at the Philadelphia Art Museum yesterday. There was some sort of Rocky look-alike contest. You know, Sly just shows up from time to time at the Art Museum steps. And, of course, his statue is at the bottom of the steps. If you've never been to the Philadelphia Art Museum, if you're walking around that area, the very bottom of the steps. And, you know, it's constantly people there waiting in line to take pictures with it. And, you know, he's got his gloves on, and he's, whoa, 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 way, yeah, Adrian. So, yeah, it was a little Sly Stallone in character rockiness for you. How'd you like that? You're welcome. So, we love our Sly Stallone. We love our Rocky. We start every football game with the theme from Rocky. We play the theme from Rocky whenever we can. It's one good thing about Philadelphia. Philly really just gets such a bad rap, and there are so many great things about Philadelphia. I guess you have to live there to know that. Same thing about Jersey. Jersey has a lot of issues, don't get me wrong. They are the most taxed ever in everything, and they will try and tax you to breathe. But there's a lot of great things about New Jersey, too. But New Jersey also another, you know, area that just gets pounded on, made fun of, and people hate on it. And I don't know. I love Philly. I love the Jersey Shore. I love it all. Gotta get a little love in your life. So did you like my little singing of the 12 Pains of Christmas? You remember that song? There's that one, I don't remember who does it, but when I worked at the one radio station, they played all of those songs constantly at Christmas time. And the most famous one is the 12 Pains of Christmas. And the one part of the guy's going, sending Christmas cards. And it, ringing up the lights. That's the last one. Ringing up these damn lights. So I wanted to talk to you about sending Christmas cards. I stopped sending Christmas cards way long time ago. There are certain people I will get cards for and send in the mail, like my nieces, my sister, my brother and sister-in-law. They're coming this year, so I will hold off and give them theirs in person. We always get a card for Joe's grandmother. And, you know, it's one of those things that I just don't enjoy. I just don't enjoy sitting down, writing them out, addressing them. It's just not something that brings me happiness, so I stopped doing them. But yet, I do still feel guilty every time I get one in the mail. I have gotten a couple this year. They become less and less every year because I'm sure that when people are writing out their Christmas cards, they're like, well, she never sends me one, so she's going off the list, which is okay with me. I get it. That's fine. I've actually gotten quite a bit more than I expected. Most of them from, like, my real estate agent that sold us the house, you know, neighbors. I've gotten a couple in the mail from some friends. But I remember when I was still giving out Christmas cards, sending out Christmas cards, if I got one in the mail from somebody that I did not send one to, then it was like a race to get that card in the mail and get it to them before Christmas. And I always hated it when you got it like the day before Christmas Eve or on Christmas Eve. You're like, oh, I'm never going to get it to them in time now. So I wanted to know if you still write out Christmas cards and put them in the mail. Jim says sending cards is actually my favorite thing to do. It's my one time a year to reach out to those across the miles who I don't often see, to just touch base. And I try to come up with a real creative way to do it. He does. His cards are hilarious. I sit in front of a Christmas movie and make them out and think about fond memories I have with each and every recipient. Well, that is really getting into the process, Jim. That's awesome. I'm so proud of you. Lori says, I used to send a lot each year. It dwindled. I still mail to like 5 old school people. We just moved out of overtaxed New Jersey. We can drop off cards at the clubhouse at our new place for neighbors. No stamp required. Postal prices put off a lot of people on sending real cards. Good point. Eleanor says, yes, I try to have them out by December 1st, so I'm not stressed. Closer to Christmas, nice to touch base with those I don't get to see or talk to, and to give good wishes to my family and close friends. Eleanor, I did not get your card. I'm just telling you. I have not received it. I'm a little worried. Debbie says she does not do it anymore. Renee says, this is the first year I'm not. Between moving, between the issues I'm having with my dog right now. Oh, we hope your dog feels better, Renee. Shopping for my out-of-town family. I